Hello, this is Dave from Retired Time Productions, and today we're doing the non-box opening of the Owl Plus 2.
Welcome to Retired Time Productions.
So the main difference between the Owl Plus 2 and the Owl Plus is that the Owl Plus 2 now measures the battery voltage and puts it on your screen using the battery voltage monitoring circuit in the camera. So inside the box we have these items. We have the regular menu button board here so you can control the settings in your camera, and then we have a little extension cable for that, and then there's two FPV cables. One is just your simple FPV cable with voltage, ground, and video, and then you have one that's more complex with voltage, ground, video, audio, and external voltage sense in case you want to measure a different battery than the one feeding the camera. We also have a metal bracket, a set of screws, and an Allen wrench. It does come with a lens cap, and it has this extra little cover that you can switch out for the default one, and put this plate on the back so that you can use a different mounting system than the one that comes on the camera. So I'm not really doing a box opening, but let's just look at the outside of the box. So we can see here we have the model and SKU number for the Owl Plus 2. The version I have is IR block. There may be a IR sensitive version available, I don't know. The power is 5 to 36 volts. Field of view is 150 degrees, and I got the black version. Now, one thing I don't notice on here is the lux value, and I didn't get an instruction manual with my sample, so I don't have those specs, but you can look them up on the internet. But if we look at the original Owl Plus right here, you can see a few more of the details. However, this one's rating a lower voltage. The other one had 36 volts. This only went to 22. So I believe the Owl Plus 2 has a higher voltage range. And I hope that it has the same lux. And it's probably got the same TV line. So the lux would be 0.0001. However, I don't know. And of course, it's got a 1/2 inch color CMOS element in it. So color to black and white, it says, so it can do either one. And I assume the new one is the same thing and just has the battery voltage monitoring added. So here's the Owl Plus 2 next to the original Owl Plus right here, and you can see they're a very similar size and probably weight. So let's just give them a little weigh and see what we get. This is the older Owl Plus, and we got 14.3. Alright, now here's the new Owl Plus 2, and we got 14.6, so it's just slightly heavier by about 0.3 grams. So here's a comparison of the back side of the cameras. Now you'll see on the older one that the connector is a little smaller right here, and that's because on the new one they've added audio and VBAT Plus to measure an external battery. So that is different. It's nice that they've added audio to it. I like that feature because sometimes on the mini quads or with FPV you want to hear the prop running just for purposes of flying. Now, as you can see, the wiring is arranged in the standard arrangement that RunCam uses, so if you're already using the original Owl, you can easily just unplug the wire and plug it into the Owl Plus 2. So there shouldn't be any issue there. Now, the lenses on the two cameras are virtually the same, and they both boast a 150 degree field of view. Both of these cameras are actually CMOS sensors, so there may be some latency as compared to CCD. However, it does have very sensitive response to low light. So when trying to navigate the menus, I had some trouble. And I tried different menu boards like this one right here, and they all work the same. So I think the problem is in the camera and not in the actual button. There are a few aberrations. It doesn't always respond. And I'll hit exit here. You can see nothing happened. I'll hit it again. Finally went. Still haven't got into that sub menu. There, finally got into it by going up and pushing down. There I am in the battery voltage monitoring. But if I try to go right, say I want to go to the Z, it went up to the G when I went right. Go right again, nothing happens. Now it's on the H. When I try to go to the I, it didn't go to the I. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's up here on the 1 now. So this is the Owl Plus 2 right after sunset, and you can see the battery voltage readout on the screen right there. And this is the regular Owl Plus, and for some reason it seems a little darker. I don't know if it's the settings. Of course, it has no battery voltage readout. Now this is after dark. This is like 10 p.m. and you can see the Owl Plus 2 and how it responds to the dark. There's a moon out right there. This is the regular Owl Plus. They look very similar in the dark, not as much difference as there was in the daylight. And then we put some LEDs on just to illuminate the background, and you can see how the Owl Plus 2 performs with that. And this is the Owl Plus. So a little bit of light from some LEDs really makes a lot of difference, and they work well. So I think they both perform well in the dark, and some adjustments could be done. I haven't gone into the menus and actually tried to improve what's the factory defaults, but they seem great. I think they'll work good if you have a little bit of illumination, either from some LEDs like some lit gates for mini quad racing, or maybe some street lights. I think they'll work out fine. As far as just flying with ambient light, you'd need probably a full moon to really be able to see to fly. But they are sensitive, more sensitive than your regular cameras, so I think they'll be very useful in the future. And I like the battery voltage readout on the Owl Plus 2. But you be the judge. Leave any comments you want under the video. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'm going to make another video coming up soon where I compare the two Owl cameras to the Night Eagle. So I've got a Night Eagle in the works, and we're going to take a look at that and see if there's any improvement with a Night Eagle. Here, play.